Hey everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening white and yellow belts video lesson for this Monday, April 20th, the Monday following our testing event for high-ranking students. Now, a quick reminder for all of you, we will not have normal classes tonight, nor will we have normal classes for the rest of the week. However, I'll be posting this video here on Monday with something I want to talk about for white and yellow belt students to practice, as well as I'll post another video on Wednesday of the same, something else for students to practice, something for them to get under their belts to help them to continue to progress and keep doing great like they've been doing. So if your student is a green stripe and above, they're more than welcome to join us in on this at-home class tonight. It's covering material that should also be good for the green stripe and above to have in their wheelhouse. So today what I wanted to talk about is called our four-directional punch. Now, four-directional punch is something that we touch on in class occasionally, but it's kind of a precursor to Chunji and Dangun, Dosan, kind of before the other patterns. So the first one that we're going to talk about today is the four-directional punch, which in Korean is Saiju-Jirugi. And more often than not, people are going to call it Saiju-Jirugi. Now, something that can be confusing about Saiju-Jirugi is it's done with both one side as well as the other side. So we have Saiju-Jirugi, and we normally start that by stepping forward with our right side, but we can do the same thing in the opposite direction as well. So Saiju-Jirugi, four-directional punch, has two different techniques to it. So the first technique is a walking stance and a low block. So a normal walking stance and a low block. Now remember, to do a low block, I want to chamber my blocking hand, the one that ends right here, is going to flip upside down and go to my opposite side, right around my waist level. My hand that stays at my belt is going to flip upside down and join underneath it. Remember, this allows us to get the proper power through our technique. So when I do my low block, my hands are going to go back and snap at the very last second using our last second snap. Now, when I'm in this low blocking position, again, I want to be in a walking stance, and I want my body, I want my shoulders to be half facing. I don't want to be totally side facing, nor do I want to be forward facing, but I want to be half facing. You'll notice if you hold a walking stance and you're forward or side facing, it's going to feel strange on your knees or your ankles, which is a good indicator to you that your shoulders are facing the wrong direction, and you might want to turn them a little bit more side facing. So remember, for a proper walking stance low block, we want to do our sine wave. So remember, I'm going to relax for my down count of 1. I'm going to go up, and I'm chambering it tight for my count of 2. Then for 3 is when I'm going to extend my block and make sure that my shoulders are half facing. And again, remember, we want a sine wave. We want to breathe the same time. So we'll go 1, 2, just like that. So a couple practices. Let's do that 4 or 5 times on each side. 1, 2, other side. 1, 2, other side. 1, 2, other side. 1, 2, and do a couple more yourself. So once you've done your walking stance low blocks, now we have the second technique in Saiju-Jirugi we're going to talk about today. Now, and the second technique in Saiju-Jirugi is again in a walking stance, but just a forwards punch. Now, when I punch, just like for my low block, I want to make sure I have that last second snap. That last second snap goes around and gives me some extra torque, some extra power to my technique. Remember that my punch wants to chamber at my hip and go straight out, and at the last second snap around. And when I do my sine wave, I still want to chamber at the hip, but I want that backwards motion before I move forwards. That doesn't mean that I'm going to bring my hand all the way up to here, but it's at my hip, goes backwards slightly before it goes forwards, okay? Something to remember as well is our punches do not chamber and do not cross our chest. They should come straight out from the hip, not from the heart, okay? So when we do our punches, remember we're going to do our sine waves, so I'm going to do my down, my up, and my land and punch. And now when I land my punch, remember I want my shoulders now to be forward facing. For our low block, we want to be half facing. For some other techniques, we want to be side facing. But for our punch, we want our shoulders to be forward facing. So fast motion, I go down, up, other side, down, up. Good, let's do them together. Down, up, and good. Do a couple yourself. Now, once you've moved on from that, once you understand how our walking stance low block and our walking stance forward punch works, now we're ready to put it together into Saiju-Jirugi, or four-directional punch. Now, when I do my four-directional punch, what it is it's 7 techniques that I have to remember, but I'm going to be making a plus sign on the ground. So first of all, my footwork is going to start with my right leg stepping forward. So my right leg is going to step forward, and then, so that's my first technique. Second technique, my right leg steps back together, and then that right leg pushes back to my right side, which faces my shoulders to the left side. Third technique, I'm going to step forward with my right leg. Fourth technique, again, my right leg's going to do the same thing it did before. It's going to come in, and then it's going to push back to my right side, which moves me to face the back. And then for our sixth technique, we step forward, my fifth technique, we step forward. Now, for sixth technique, we do the same thing with our right leg again. So it moves in and then pushes out to my right side, which changes me this direction. And then my seventh technique, I'm going to push forward into a walking stance again. So let's practice that position, that walking stance position for Saiju-Jirugi. So we start in Chumbi, just like we do for Chunji or any other pattern. And let's just do our walking stances with our guard up. So we're going to go right leg forward. Now right leg in and back. And then right leg forward. Then right leg in and back. Then right leg forward, and then right leg in and back, and then right leg forwards. And that's all we do for Saiju-Jirugi with our legs. Now let's try it on our left side, because like I said earlier, remember Saiju-Jirugi can go on our right or our left side. So with our left legs, let's start in our chumi, and our left leg is going to go forwards. And then our left leg goes in and straight back. And then my left leg goes forwards again. And then it goes in and straight back, and then it goes forwards again. Then it goes in and straight back, and then it goes forwards again. So take a couple of minutes, pause the video, practice, and get down that leg movement through Saiju-Jirugi. And when you're ready, go ahead and unpause the video, and we're going to work on the whole thing together. So when we're working on Saiju-Jirugi now, putting the whole thing together, we've got that same leg motion that we've been practicing. And now our order, when we move forwards, we're going to be doing a punch. When we move backwards, we're going to be doing a low block. So let's practice these techniques. So from Chumbi, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to move forwards with a punch. Now, I need to make sure that I remember to do my sine wave and my breathing. So ready, and 1. Good. Now, my right leg's going to move in and backwards, and my left hand is going to low block. Ready, and 2. And again, remember, my shoulders are half facing for that low block. And now I'm going to step forwards, and I'm going to punch. 3. Now, I'm going to step backwards, and I'm going to low block. 4. Now I'm going to step forwards and punch. 5. Now I'm going to step backwards and low block. 6. Now I'm going to step forwards and punch. 7. Now, when we finish Saiju-Jirugi, just like whenever we finish any pattern, we need to yell out the name of it loud and proud. And then when an instructor, when somebody tells us borrow, we're going to return our last leg that moved back to chumi. So from here, I'm going to go Saiju-Jirugi, and then we'll say borrow, and I'll return to chumi. So one more time, let's do that together a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Saiju-Jirugi, and then we'll say borrow. So that is all of Saiju-Jirugi. Now, the challenge that I pose to you, white and yellow belts, and anybody else who's watching, is get down and understand your Saiju-Jirugi all on your right side. And then your challenge for the night is to get down on your left side as well. Try and get it to look the exact same with our sine wave, with our breath, with all the proper techniques, and try and get the full Saiju-Jirugi on both sides. I'll be excited to see it from you guys. And then on Wednesday, we'll talk about Saiju-Maki, which is the 4-directional block. So I'll be excited to see you all then. Again, reminder, no classes this week. We'll have another video out for you on Wednesday. And if you're training and have any questions, please feel free to send them my way. I'm always happy to help. So have a great night, and we'll see you on Wednesday.